hear of Irani chai, biryani, perfumes, bangles, pearls, all roads lead to one destination. No guessing game over there. But how many of you are actually aware of your constituency? The demographics, the leaders, the past instances. Don't worry, we've got you covered because at CNN News 18 we are here with a brand new series called Know Your Constituency, and we're starting off with Hyderabad, the most important constituency as far as Telangana is concerned. So we're going to bring you up to speed with all the facts in the next few minutes before we hit the ground running, getting you voices from the ground. So Hyderabad is one among the 17 Lok Sabha constituencies in Telangana, and Hyderabad constituency itself has 7 assembly constituencies. Very important to note. क्या है ये constituencies हैदराबाद के?
बहादुरपुरा, चारमीनार, याकुतपुरा, मलकपेट, कारवान, गोशामहल and चंद्रायनगुट्टा.
100 on 100. There are 21 lakh voters in this constituency, and almost 59% of them are Muslims. The sitting MP is AIMIM President Asaduddin Owaisi, who's been winning this constituency since 2004. Not just that, AIMIM has had its grip on Hyderabad parliamentary constituency since 1984, 40 years. For the BJP, which eyes to make inroads into the bastion of Asaduddin Owaisi, they have fielded their first ever woman candidate, Madhavi Lata, to take on Asaduddin Owaisi, and they've also made a vow of not just expanding the Bhagyalakshmi temple, but also changing the name of Hyderabad from Hyderabad to Bhagyanagar.
मुसलमान लोग भी कमल के तरफ पीछे क्यों बोले तो ट्रिपल तलाक बंद हो गया, उसका पूरा मुसलमानों का जो औरत है ना पूरा मोदी के तरफ पीछे. फिलहाल हैदराबाद भी पूरा मोदी के तरफ आने वाला है.
आपको क्या लगता है कि 2024 इलेक्शंस के लिए क्या मुद्दे हैं एज अ कॉमन मैन?
पूरा लोग जनता पूरा यही सोच रहे हैं कि आगे पूरा इसके पहले खाने के लिए लोगों को रोजगार नहीं मिलते थे, आज उन्हें कम से कम 10 साल से रोजगार पूरा फ्री में दे रहा. अगर मोदी साल और 10 साल अगर रहे तो पूरा देश आगे में हिंदुस्तान वर्ल्ड में फर्स्ट आ जाएगा.
यहाँ पर कांग्रेस की हुकूमत बनी और आगे पार्लियामेंट में भी कांग्रेस ही आएंगी और कांग्रेस जीतेंगी, और मुसलमानों का किसका भी भला बीजेपी वाले नहीं करे और ना करेंगे. और आगे अगर 24 में बीजेपी हुकूमत आई तो और बुरा हाल होगा.
आप पार्टी देख के वोट करते हैं या मोदी जी को देख के?
हम तो फूल को ही देते हैं, मोदी जी को देख के ही वोट देते हैं हम.
मोदी जी में क्या सबसे अच्छा लगता है?
मोदी जी सबको अच्छे रोड़ा कितने अच्छे बनाए, फौरन कर दिए रोड़े को. राजस्थान में देख लो, जयपुर, अजमेर, जोधपुर, हैदराबाद, सबकी.
यहाँ पर डेवलपमेंट का काफ़ी प्रॉब्लम है. जैसे ट्रांसपोर्टेशन इशू है, मेट्रो इधर आता नहीं है, इसके आगे जाता नहीं है मेट्रो कनेक्टिविटी बहुत कम है. यहाँ पर एक ही स्टेशन, 2 स्टेशन लगते हैं हमको हैदराबाद कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी में, एक उस्मानिया मेडिकल कॉलेज और एक दूसरा नामपल्ली. उसको छोड़कर मेट्रो कनेक्टिविटी नहीं है इधर. और मेन प्रॉब्लम ड्रेनेज का है. ड्रेनेज से रोड बहुत कंजेशन रहते हैं, ट्रैफिक जाम रहता है इधर. इसका कोई सोल्यूशन होता नहीं है, सिर्फ वादे होते हैं, बात काम होता नहीं है कुछ.
और 2024 का जो फाइट देखते हैं, एक तरफ है नरेंद्र मोदी जी बीजेपी और दूसरी तरफ है कांग्रेस ने हाल ही में तेलंगाना में सरकार बनाया है. किस तरफ देखते हैं, किसका पाला भारी है?
इधर तो नेशनल पार्टी में तो कोई आएगा नहीं, लोकल पार्टी चलेगी. जैसे इधर एमपी लगता है असदुद्दीन ओवैसी, AIMIM, वो लोग का एमपी रहेगा क्योंकि वो लोग का डोमिनेशन ज़्यादा है और के वोट ज़्यादा है इधर. तो वी कांट फाइट विद देम. दैट इज द मेन रीजन दे आर डोमिनेटिंग.
So you are saying there is no choice?
We have the choice, but we are not united for the thing. Just here we are having a caste religious politics here over here.
So people vote here on the basis of religion?
Religious. They vote on the basis of religious.
क्या है अबाउट असद ओवैसी जो एक इनका एक फैनफेयर है? आप गोशा महल जाएंगे तो एक ऐसा कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी है जहाँ पे लोग हिंदू वोटर्स बिलीव कि मुस्लिम डोमिनेशन के वजह से असद ओवैसी इलेक्शन के बाद इलेक्शन जीतते आए हैं, क्या यही एक फैक्टर है?
इंशाअल्लाह ताला हमें पूरा भरोसा यकीन है कि ये अब जो सांसद असदुद्दीन ओवैसी साहब जो हैदराबाद को एक निज़ाम की तरह है, प्रिंस, जैसा कि प्रिंस बोलते हैं ना, जैसा कि निज़ाम प्रिंस है, वो एक हमारे लिए प्रिंस है। अब सवाल ये है कि अब इस वक्त आने वाले चुनाव में असदुद्दीन ओवैसी, हमको उम्मीद है कि वो एक गंगा जमुना की तरह रहते हैं, वो कभी स्मरण तकरीर नहीं करते।
Do you think Ram Mandir will be a big factor?
बिग फैक्टर है, बट कैसा इधर डोमिनेशन माइनॉरिटी ज़्यादा है, तो काफ़ी मुश्किल फाइट रहेगा इधर बीजेपी के लिए भी। अभी वो लोग नया कैंडिडेट भी डिक्लेयर करे हैं, कुछ डॉक्टर लता करके, वो नया कैंडिडेट है, बीजेपी कैंडिडेट है, एमपी कैंडिडेट। शी इज़ न्यू फेस टू अस।
Old City is a place where voting happens more on the religion line. As a youth, how do you see it?
मैं समझता हूँ अभी की जो जनरेशन है, हमारी जनरेशन है, यहाँ पे हमारा पर्सपेक्टिव बदल रहा है। नाउ वी आर लेस कंसर्न अबाउट मस्जिद एंड मंदिर और ऑन द रिलीजियस बेसिस, बट मोर टुवर्ड्स द डेवलपमेंटल पॉलिसीज़। क्योंकि जब मैं लोगों से मिलता हूँ, यूथ से जब बात करता हूँ, तो हर किसी को एम्प्लॉयमेंट चाहिए, रोज़गार चाहिए। यहाँ स्टार्टअप्स की बात कर रहे लोग, और डिजिटलाइजेशन है। तो मुझे लगता है कि वो मंदिर मस्जिद वाला एजेंडा एक कहीं ना कहीं थोड़ा फेड हो रहा है, वो वक्त के साथ साथ और फेड होगा। दैट्स व्हाई यू कैन सी द लोकल पार्टी ऑफ हियर, दे आर फेसिंग चैलेंजेस।
You're a rapper and I want you to rap 2 lines or 3 lines for us and introduce us to your views and mindset.
डेवलपमेंट के नाम पे नाला मोरी बनाओ, असल डेवलपमेंट को देखना है तो न्यू सिटी में जाओ, जहां माइक्रोसॉफ्ट, अमेज़ॉन और गूगल में नौकरी, और ओल्ड सिटी के सर पर है बेरोज़गारी की टोकरी। ओल्ड सिटी में कोई अच्छा पार्क नहीं बच्चों को, रोड क्रॉस करने ज़िब्रा क्रॉस नहीं बच्चों को, गवर्नमेंट स्कूल्स में डिजिटल क्लास नहीं बच्चों को, साइकिलिंग करने के लिए ट्रैक नहीं बच्चों को। रियलिटी देखना है तो आओ ओल्ड सिटी की गली में, जमात का रोडी मिलता हर दूसरी गली में, नाली मोरी बहती रहती हर दूसरी गली में, आए दिन मर्डर क्राइम हर दूसरी गली में।
Bengaluru Central is one of the 28 Lok Sabha constituencies going to polls in Karnataka. The seat is traditionally seen as a BJP stronghold, but Congress's resurgence in the recent assembly elections puts the spotlight on this key constituency. Will BJP win again from Bengaluru Central, or will the Saffron Party be dislodged by the Congress?
The state of Karnataka has total of 28 Lok Sabha constituencies, making it one of the important states during the general election. Retaining Karnataka is vital for the BJP as it wants to keep its majority in the Lok Sabha, since a loss would cause introspection and change the party's national narrative. Well, the Congress in Karnataka this time is also no less, as it wants to make a strong comeback like it did in the assembly election. Among 28 Lok Sabha seats in Karnataka, significant is Bengaluru Central seat as well, because this particular constituency is exactly in the heart of the city and also has many popular spots. I won't be wrong if I say that anyone who ever comes down to Bengaluru would have a dream to visit this particular constituency, because this particular constituency has multiple shopping centres. UB City Tower is here. Kaban Park in fact is here where I am right now exactly. Multiple popular educational centres are here, and majorly the IT corridor. If we dwell deeper into Bengaluru Central constituency, then this particular constituency was created in 2008 as part of delimitation, and it first held its elections in 2009, and the first member of parliament was from BJP, PC Mohan. Ever since then, it is him who has continuously won from this constituency, but this time the Congress is claiming that the game is going to be quite a different, because what the Congress is alleging is that a lot of local issues have went unanswered from the BJP. That's the reason they are quite confident that their candidate will win from this constituency. But also this Bengaluru Central constituency includes 8 assembly seats, and presently there are 5 Congress MLAs and just 3 BJP MLAs. Now, since there is a Congress dominance on Bengaluru Central constituency, this is what is making the Congress to be more confident that they will win in this seat, but needs to be seen what is exactly going to happen. This constituency is dominated with minority voters. It is going to be quite a challenge for the candidates, because they will have to win the support of both linguistics and the religious minorities. This constituency has Tamil speaking people, Christians, Muslims, and also significant number of Marwadis and Gujaratis too. Few Bengaluru Central constituency voters are with us. We'll try and take a word from them. What is their perspective? How far it has been for them? What are they looking forward as well ahead of the Lok Sabha polls? Sir, आपको क्या लगता है? क्या आप संतुष्ट है जितना कुछ काम हुआ है? आप कितना मार्क्स दोगे?
बिल्कुल, मैं तो 10 में से 9 मार्क्स दूंगा कि मोदी जी आने के बाद बहुत अच्छा काम किया है और बहुत बड़ी उपलब्धि हासिल भी की है। हम बहुत लकी है कि हमको नरेंद्र मोदी जी जो ग्लोबल लीडर है वो हमारे देश के प्रधानमंत्री है। मैं आपको बहुत सारी उपलब्धियाँ गिना सकता हूँ, जैसे कि सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक है, मिशन मंगलयान है, मिशन चंद्रयान है, और गांव-गांव में 10 करोड़ फैमिली को 5 लाख का बीमा योजना है। और मेरा कहना मतलब यही है कि अभी लोकसभा इलेक्शन आ रहे हैं, तो उसमें अगर हम वापस मोदी जी को लेके आएंगे तो देश में और भी अच्छा इम्प्रूवमेंट और भी अच्छा डेवलपमेंट होगा।
देखिए मैम, जो हुआ है वो तो सबको ही पता है, मगर जो नहीं हुआ है उसका सबसे बड़ा मैं सोचता हूँ कि सरकार को अगले टर्म में उस पर ध्यान देना चाहिए। कम से कम एक तो रेलवे की बदतमीजी जमी, रेलवे की हालत इतनी ख़राब है। चलिए आप वंदे भारत वगैरह ट्रेनें चलाइए, अच्छी बात है, मगर अभी आप स्लीपर का हाल देख लीजिए। स्लीपर में आप अगर जाते हैं तो आपको ऐसा लगता है जैसे जनरल में हो, सेम वही हाल 3 टायर का भी है। अच्छा, फ़्लाइटें 2014 से 2020 के बीच आम आदमी 3000 से 4000 के बीच जर्नी करता था। मोदी जी का नारा है कि हम सभी को फ़्लाइट से यात्रा करवाएंगे, हवाई यात्रा, मगर अभी जो हवाई यात्रा का जो चार्जेस है वो 7 से 8000 है। क्या आम आदमी इतना अफोर्ड कर सकता है? ये जो चीज़ें हैं जिस पे सुधार होना चाहिए। आज रेलवे की हालत है, एयरलाइंस अपनी मनमर्जी से भाड़ा बढ़ा के पैसेंजर को लेके जा रहे हैं, क्या इतना आम आदमी अफोर्ड कर पाएगा? और इस कंस्टिट्यूंसी के जो भी सांसद है श्री पीसी मोहन, उनको भी मैं कहना चाहता हूँ कि अगर आप सांसद है अच्छी बात है, मगर यहाँ पे भी बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम्स है। ट्रैफिक का प्रॉब्लम्स है, पार्किंग का प्रॉब्लम है, बेंगलोर में वैसे ही ट्रैफिक की बदइंतजामी आप जानते हैं, मगर यहाँ इतना बुरा हाल है कि पैसे दे के कि आपको पार्किंग नहीं मिल रही है। तो उस पर भी सांसद महोदय ज़रा ध्यान करें।
देखो, इसमें तो कोई दो राय नहीं है कि आएंगे तो मोदी ही, और अब की बार 400 पार का जो उन्होंने नारा दिया है तो कहीं वो सफल होता हुआ भी नज़र आ रहा है। एज ए बिजनेसमैन, एज ए व्यापारी, मैं ये बताना चाहता हूँ कि जो टैक्सेस में जो इतना कॉम्प्लिकेशन बनाया हुआ है ना, उसमें व्यापारियों को जो है वो मोदी सरकार से रिलैक्सेशन मिलना चाहिए। और मैं जो अभी फ़िलहाल जो है फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर वो तो निर्मला सीतारमण जी है, तो इनके लिए भी एक मैसेज है कि जो टैक्स में जितना हो व्यापारी इजी से रिटर्न फाइल कर सके। जीएसटी में इनकम टैक्स का स्लैब थोड़ा बढ़ाया जाए, तो ये मेरी स्पेशल रिक्वेस्ट है।
My presence right now is in Mahadevpura, one of the important areas of Bengaluru Central constituency. Well, this is that IT corridor which is always in the news and keeps making headlines as well, because it has its own challenges to battle. To understand what is the sentiment on the ground, I am here joined by few members from this particular constituency as well. Ma'am, if we could actually just talk about what exactly are you looking forward ahead of the Lok Sabha polls?
I think we would like to have some basic infrastructure set up
for, to handle the growth of Mahadevpura is it's a place where we have a lot of IT companies and a lot of IT people have come back to work post-corona. However, we have issues with water, garbage disposal is a problem. I think definitely the basic stuff and safe roads for people to travel.
Well, that's an important point that she has actually highlighted. This particular corridor has always been talking about the infrastructure actually, and here, sir, this is also a corridor which always keeps speaking about the water scarcity issues as well. So what do you think on those lines?
Ritu, on water specifically, I think multiple initiatives have to be taken, and I'm sure the Member of Parliament can play an important and vital role to it. Now, pumping water 100 kilometers away from the city is not an easy thing to do. So, they need to take efforts to capture the rainwater that we are getting. We are blessed to have rain for most part of the year. So, the MP needs to take initiatives to encourage rainwater harvesting. Apart from that, the bulk users, they need to encourage bulk users to treat the water and then reuse that water.
Ma'am, if you could tell us what should be that a Member of Parliament should actually bring to the IT corridor?
Yeah, I think, Ritu, the main problem is that MPs need to start focusing on what the centre can bring to the state. And right now they are just running about trying to focus on very, very local issues, which is not their purview. We have 28 MLAs going from Karnataka, and my prayer to all our MPs, whoever is elected from whichever party is, they must work together. Once they are elected, they are representing the state. They are not representing their parties anymore. They must go and research what central funds are available for states. For example, we had the Nirbhay Fund, which was very, very important. But we didn't get a single penny in Karnataka for a very long time. Now the police has set up a command and control center with those very funds. So our MPs need to be a lot more proactive. We need to see them on the ground. They need to be pulling in central funds into the constituencies that they represent and the state. And as far as Mahadevpura is concerned, I think we are, the driving, the engine of not only the city, but the state and the country. And so I think this constituency is important not only for Bangalore and for Karnataka, but also for the centre. And therefore, our MPs must give importance to this area for contribution to the whole country, I would say.
With this ground report, one thing becomes very clear that this particular constituency, Bengaluru Central constituency, has voted very differently when it comes to assembly elections and general polls. But this time, it will be interesting to see whether the history will repeat for the BJP or Congress will be able to create some sort of a magic in this general polls. Well, that only results will show us. With video journalist Satish, Ritu for CNN News 18.
Tamil Nadu is one of the first states to go to polls on the 19th of April, and the elections fever has already begun. This time around, it's a three-cornered contest in the state after the AIADMK snapped ties with the BJP. In fact, some of the heavyweights of the BJP are contesting in the upcoming Lok Sabha polls. The focus of the BJP is also on Chennai constituencies apart from the western belt of Tamil Nadu as well as Kanyakumari region. In fact, this time around, in Chennai, which has always been DMK's citadel, will see tough contests, especially in Chennai South and Chennai Central. Tamil Nadu is also called the Dravida Nadu, and the ideologies of the Dravidian parties still matter as far as voters are concerned. But to get a sense of what the first time voters really think, will they look at a party or will they look at individual candidates before casting votes? Do they think there's more space for another party apart from the Dravidian party this time around? Let's get a sense. Your name?
Hello, I'm Udbhav.
Right. What are the factors that will determine your voting pattern?
So what I would mainly look at is the ideology of the parties, as in what the parties intend to do once they come in power. And it's important to know that the coming thing is a Lok Sabha election. So we also need to look at what alliances the parties are in and what generally they propose to do for the country, what kind of vision they have for the country.
Will you look at a party before casting your vote, or will you look at the candidates in your constituency and then cast your vote? What will you choose?
I will choose an individual because the party's idea can be different from an individual. So if an individual has a good party and if the alliance is good, I would vote for them.
In Tamil Nadu, we've always seen either the DMK or the AIA-DMK in power. Do you think it's time for other parties also to stand a chance? Among the first-time voters, do you still believe that there's chance for a third party? For example, the BJP is now trying to make inroads. Annamalai has been campaigning aggressively. What do you think is the opportunity, and how do first-time voters see BJP as a party?
See, right now, the Dravidian parties are probably the weakest they have ever been since MGR died. The ADMK does not have a charismatic leader to hold the party together. This is a party built on charisma. The DMK has waning popularity. They've shown that they're not committed to their ideology. You have mass corruption. So there is a space, I think, for the first time in decades for a third party to come in. That's why you have Seeman aggressively campaigning. That's why you have Annamalai aggressively campaigning. That's why Vijay has announced his entry into the political scene. Everybody thinks, okay, this is a chance for the political spectrum to change. Is that necessarily the BJP? Highly unlikely. I think Annamalai does have some ground vote, same way that Seeman has some ground vote, because younger voters are dissatisfied with the two parties. That's very clear. Both parties have not delivered on their ambitions, but there is mass resentment against the BJP. They've tried divisive politics, they've tried religious politics, none of that has worked in Tamil Nadu, and it won't, because you have a highly educated electorate. You have an electorate that knows their rights on a comparative basis. This is not to say that the rest of India doesn't, but this is a very committed, passionate electorate that is underserved. For each party, this is a massive chance to reinvent themselves. The BJP recognizes this. Are they good for the country? Are they bad for the country? That's a foregone conclusion. None of us can make that decision. But if there is an opposition party, if they take a good decision, you promote young leaders. Look at the leaders and the candidates that they're fielding today. India has one of the youngest populations in the world. All of the candidates are in their 50s. They're in their 40s. If you field a younger candidature, you listen to the votes of the younger generation, I believe there is a genuine chance for a third party to merge. You may not win the election, but you can be a kingmaker. You can be somebody who can, in the next elections that come up in 2026, you have a legitimate chance of coming to power, I think.
Absolutely. I think this will also be an indicator of BJP's plan to make inroads in Tamil Nadu. But do you agree with him that enough is enough? Let's give opportunity for a third party. It could be any party, but are you open to that space?
Yeah, personally, I would call for a third party. It's because not everyone are satisfied with the Dravidian ruling this tenure, and also with AIADMK, they have a lot of internal issues going on. So I don't think people are confident with them as well. BJP, we know if they can land their foot in Tamil Nadu or not. And of course, Vijay has come into election. Seeman, he's been trying for a lot of years. And with the growth in youth population as first-time voters, I feel if not tomorrow or the next elections, probably a couple of decades later, someone like Vijay or young leaders would come into elections, and we would see a third party coming in.
Chennai South is a hotly contested seat, with the BJP now fielding Tamiruthi Soundararajan as its candidate in this region. In fact, ADMK has fielded Jayavardhan, who's a known candidate in this region, and he won in 2014, while the DMK has retained its sitting MP, Tamiruchi Thangapandian. It's a tough battle as far as Chennai South is concerned. Meanwhile, Chennai Central has always been a DMK bastion, and Dayanidhi Maran has lost only once in 2014 when he faced corruption charges. This time, the BJP has decided to field its youth leader, Vinod P. Selvam, from this region. Both Tamilisai Soundarajan and Vinod P. Selvam tell CNN News 18 that civic issues and lack of infrastructure would be the highlight of their poll campaigns. Let's listen in.
What are the issues that you plan to raise when you're campaigning? Is it the floods where people are impacted? What are the issues that you will be talking about?
As a resident of South Chennai, I know the geography and society problem which the South Chennai is facing, particularly the infrastructure. And DMK's, now the present Chief Minister was the mayor, but in spite of that you would have seen a drainage problem is there, even the posh areas, even the very people, marginalized people where they live, the basic comfort is not there and there is no any infrastructure. Drainage is a very big problem, floods are a very big problem, and apart from traffic, it's a very big problem. And these all should be rectified because they should be having ease of life.
What are the challenges that the BJP would face? Say, for example, in Chennai, it's always been a DMK bastion, but this time around, what are the challenges that you would face, and what will be the key highlights of your campaign?
Gundaism, rowdyism, money power, Kata Panchayat, which the DMK is known for. They have extensively do this in Chennai, and Central Chennai is a core part for DMK, where they have been in power for several years. That's exactly why this part of Chennai has not seen any development. Though it's a very metropolitan, cosmopolitan area, there has been no progress because these people have made sure that there's been no progress. This time people want change, people want development, people are looking at other cities, people looking at Bangalore, people looking at Hyderabad. These cities are progressing. Now, people in Chennai want progress, they want to compete, they want to be the best among the south cities. So they are going to be choosing, they are going to be voting for Modi. We're going to be bringing the Modi promises, the Modi guarantees about how Chennai is transforming under the central government, under the leadership of Shri Narendra Modi.
Can the BJP gain a foothold in the metropolis, or will the DMK hold on to its Chennai fort? People will decide on the 19th of April. With camera person Saravanan, this is Purnima Murli for CNN News 18.